What's up, people? Welcome back. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you again for joining me as always. Today's video is going to be quick and simple, and we're going to be talking about my YouTube setup here. Now, if you've seen my videos previously, you'll know that this is the normal talking head kind of shot that I have in every single video, and I thought it would be a good idea to kind of just break down how I achieve this look and how I keep it on a consistent basis. So without further ado, let's dive right into this video. Hopefully you enjoyed that little tour of my studio. This has been a long time in the making. I started building in this space about 5 years ago, and it started with like a little foldable chair, a little computer, and a bunch of textbooks that helped me put the laptop on so I can sit. That was a tough one. Alright, so let's dive right into how I light my YouTube talking head. The first thing we're going to be talking about is the mic. It's kind of one of the most important parts about the talking head, because honestly, without good audio, the visuals really, no matter how good the visuals are, it won't really do much. You need the clean audio. So let's take a look. Right here we have the Rode NTG3B. I think they discontinued this model, but they do have a similar one. I'll link that in the description. But I have the mic attached to a boom arm pretty much directly over my head, a few inches and about an inch out of frame. I have it attached to a mic stand right here with a boom arm attachment. So this is a fairly simple setup. It's pretty basic for anyone that's used a boom mic before, and for me, when I store it away, I just close it up, bring this down, prop it right here, and then whenever I'm ready, just grab it, prop it up, and it takes about 2 seconds. And even when I have a job, this setup is fairly simple, and I kind of use this generally all the time. Alright, so that was the mic setup. It's super simple and easy. If you ever used a boom before, you pretty much know what you're doing. I don't really have to explain too much, but the next thing we're going to be going over is my camera position here. So if you walk over, you'll notice that the speaker is kind of tucked away, and whenever I do a YouTube video, I kind of have to move it because it is right here normally. And something that I typically do, instead of putting tape on the ground, I usually just make sure that my one leg is right on the corner of the carpet and the other leg is right there, and the one is the back, and that's generally where I position my camera. And I always kind of shoot into the L of the room, and if you check out right here, I usually position it where the lamp is on the left frame and nothing else is really past that, just because I don't want any reflections from that photo over there. So I kind of just keep it right here. So the camera setup is generally the same throughout every single talking head that I do. I keep it in the same position. The only thing I play around with is either the aspect ratio or the focal length. Sometimes I feel like I want to get a little tighter. Sometimes I feel like just going a little bit wider and showing a little bit more of the room. So as long as I have that general space, I can kind of play around with the focal length. Next thing is the most important, and that is that thing right there, the beauty key light on my face. When I first started YouTube, I had my Godox SL60W or something like that with a huge light dome. And if you could see, obviously, this room is not really that tall. And, well, either am I. So having that huge light dome in here created so much stress, so much, it was huge in this room, and I couldn't move it, I couldn't get in the right position. So I ended up researching a lot, and I found this beautiful light, the Falconize RX18D light mat. It's bicolored, and this is pretty much the only light that I use for YouTube, and I keep it in this position pretty much every single day. I just turn it on and I turn it off, and it's the exact same spot that I need it every single time. And the one thing that's really great about this light is that it's super small, super light, and super portable. So if I do have to move it, I don't really have to hit anything. It doesn't really do much, and it's just super convenient for me in this small space. So real quick, if you look at the light in position to the chair, you'll notice that it is definitely on a side angle. And if you look at most of my talking heads, you'll notice that my face is generally split in half by the shadow and the key light. The reason why I do that is I'm a moody guy, I guess, and I just like the moody images. But generally, that's my dogs. Actually, let's go meet my dogs. Hello, puppies. Hi. What? Hi. 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 Okay, let's turn on a light. So, this is Vito. Hi there. This is Stella. Hi, miss. This is Tessa. And that's Remy. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. All right, well, I'm leaving. All right, so where I was, I think we were talking about the key light and the shadow. So yes, I am a moody guy. I guess I gotta say. But I do like the light to kind of split my face in half, and I kind of like the moodiness of it. Generally, otherwise, if I wasn't going for that, I would have just bring that light a little bit more. Let's bring that down. I would bring this light just a little bit more this way, just to key more of the front of my face. But since I am a moody guy, I like it on the side to create that kind of darker shadows. It's just something that I like personally. But real quick, so this is a bicolored light, and I typically keep it at 4500 Kelvin, and I keep it at a very, very high brightness, around 90 to 100%. The reason why I add a ton of brightness to my key light is because of the lamp back here as well. So as you can see, the color temperature of this lamp is pretty warm. Typically, something that I've learned is whenever I'm on a shoot and I have to use a practical inside a location, 9 times out of 10 I'm not really that happy with the light bulb that's in the fixture. So I ended up buying a bunch of my own light bulbs, and I typically like to stick around like the warmer color temperatures. So I think this one's around 2200 Kelvin or something. But going back to the key light now, the reason why the power is so bright is so I could tone down the image in camera by adding an ND. So when I stop down the ND to kind of bring the highlights of my face down, the lamp also goes down and it isn't overexposed anymore. So that's just a quick little tip. If you are doing an interview and you notice that your lamp is overexposed, bring up the key just a little bit, stop down on your camera, and you will have a better looking image, especially if you're going for that moodier look. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little breakdown. I know it was super simple and super quick, but it took me a little bit to kind of figure out this setup and figure out the equipment that I really needed for this particular space. So I hope you guys found this to be valuable and useful, and hopefully you could take something away for your YouTube videos or any sort of interview or talking head shots that you have coming up. So again, thank you so much for watching. As always, we are that close now to 1,000, which is freaking awesome. So thank you guys always for the support. And until next time, peace.